is your urban garden?
This plot is 7 metres by 5 metres.
And what's the concept here? What's the idea behind?
Well, the main concept came from the sponsor wanting us to include a wind turbine within the garden. So, because the site is so small, I had to come up with some kind of concept for a wind turbine. And from there, I came up with this idea of these industrial fans to replicate them.
Even in such a small garden, you've managed to create different spaces. What have you used exactly?
Well, the fans themselves help to give you those little separate areas, and there are hedges underneath the fans which also help to kind of delineate the space. Even the paths kind of take you around the garden. There's no straight routes from A to B, which helped again give it more a sense of kind of journey throughout the garden. The planting is also quite tall, which does mean there's little kind of nooks and crannies where you can't see everything from one space. And because it's all leading to a building, it takes you through to there, and when you get there, you can turn around and have a look at the space in a different manner.
What about the materials in this garden?
We've featured, it's a mild steel building because that's very industrial looking, and it's also a really a good material because it's reclaimed often. There are all lots of other products in there, such as the safe, which we've used as a garden store. There's lots and lots of timber we've used for a fence and flooring and a ceiling within the building, and that's all come from old sports halls where you may play badminton or basketball, and we've kept, rather than kind of clean all these products and make them look new, we've actually kept all their character by leaving the marks on there from the badminton courts which are there. And that's kind of given everything a sense of history, and it's a great talking point.
You have a very interesting door here.
The prison door was found on the internet, and that has a real sense of history to it and real character. There are big marks on there, and it just seemed an ideal product again to add lots of character.
And which plants have you used? Which are the feature plants?
Well, the feature plants really are the trees that we've used, which is the Prunus cerula. The main reason for using that is the stem on it is a really nice, shiny, kind of deep red colour, which matches the timber that we've used within the building. So that really ties the two together. The rest of the planting is more of it's a whole rather than individual plants, because the idea with it is to look natural and very informal.
And you also have a green roof.
Yes, that again is to kind of it positions the building within the garden rather than that sticking out and looking like a separate entity. It actually becomes part of it because it is living itself.
But in real life, the metal base for the plants in the roof, would it be too hot or not?
No, it's not, because it's only a framework of steel, then it's all timber. Probably would have to have a little bit more support than we've got here for it, because we're only here for a week, but there's absolutely no reason why that couldn't be done in reality.
And in real life, where would you place your garden?
Well, an urban environment ideally, somewhere that is probably some converted industrial buildings. That kind of environment would work perfectly. It's not a garden for the countryside.